Okay. Cinnabar Nick here. I'm back. So I tried streaming off my phone to talk about Big Brother. And I discovered that I cannot close the screen where I am, like, where I'm streaming from, because that stops the stream. So that's a nice little thing. So I literally cannot look at my notes in my phone. That's where I keep all my notes. So I'm like, there's no way I can do this now. So I'm back playing Red Dead 2 while talking about Big Brother. Because every video I have done like this has done so well. No, they haven't. Literally nobody in this world wants to hear me talk about Big Brother while I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2. But I want to put my thoughts out there in the world. I want it on the record, what I'm saying. Whether it ends up being right or not. But, hola, Estuary, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Yeah, sorry the other one didn't work out. So yeah. All I really got to say before was, oh, 2 viewers, hello. What I was saying before my last one ended was that a lot's gone down in the last couple days. We had an eviction. Whitney was evicted, which was not too surprising, but I was kind of surprised that it was unanimous. I did not think Sarah Beth was gonna... I thought Sarah Beth was gonna vote out Hannah just because of everything. Oh, I need to work on my dead eye. I'll have some candy. So, leading up to the eviction, we got some game talk and some stuff like that. And what interested me was Sarah Beth said that she was willing to throw the HOH because she didn't think anyone would stay over Hannah. And she just basically was like, okay, so I'm just... She would be my only target, but I couldn't do anything. So that was why she wanted to throw it, and I don't think she was fully aware that she was being targeted as much as she was. So I'm like, that would be interesting. And I'm just like, in general, I don't think anyone should really throw the HOH competitions. I just don't do it. Like, maybe you won't win, but I think you should try. I don't know, that's just me. Okay, I just spilled milk on myself. Not a lot, but I gotta wash my hands. I'll be right back. It's like the universe doesn't want me to be a streamer. Okay. Sorry. Ay, ay, ay. Sarah Beth and Hannah talked, and they did kind of clear the air, or they at least, like, talked to each other civilly, but I was like, I'm not sure if I believe this. But then there is still, like, that possibility of, like, obviously working against Sarah Beth is not good for my game, so maybe working with her might be better. And it would be better for her game. Absolutely. So if she did realize that, then that's good for her. That's a smart move. And yeah, Sarah Beth and Hannah said they wouldn't target each other, but you know, it's sort of like a lingering thing. Will they or won't they? But we get the HOH competition, the first endurance comp of the season, and it is the wall comp. And I'm lurking, finishing up some paperwork at work. Oh, okay, thank you. Hey, don't let me keep you from any important business you got to do. All right, they're paying you, not me. But yes, it was the iconic wall comp, and Derek F. I predicted he'd drop in about 3 minutes. He lasted about 10. So, I was kind of impressed.
Help me. Please.
Damn. What happened to
I
you?
need medicine.
I have medicine, I can help you. But Derek F. dropped first, which didn't really surprise anybody. He seemed to imply that he was just happy he made it to the end of the episode. Like, he made it to Julie saying goodbye.
It was like a gunshot. Oh. The one with the pink flowers. Tiny little bastard. Steer clear. Thanks, mister.
Noted. I wasn't about Derek F. not lasting long in the competition. Yeah, well, I mean, just no one really expected him to last very long. Even he didn't expect it too much. So yeah, he dropped first. I believe that Claire was the next one. I don't remember the exact order, but like got down to like the final 5 were Derek X, Kyland, no, not Kyland, Xavier. Derek X, Xavier, Alyssa, Tiffany, and Brittany. And when I got down to that point, I'm just like, okay, Alyssa cannot win.
Hey, who's there?
Arthur, dumbass.
How rude. Be nice to Karen.
Easy there.
So, when I got down to them, I'm just like, okay, so Alyssa cannot win under any circumstances because it's just going to be the same week over again. And, I also didn't want Brittany to win because I'm just like, I don't know what she'll do. It was like, it's gonna be too crazy, and she's probably gonna put up people that we like. And I'm just like, I don't want Brittany to win. But Brittany ended up in 5th place of everyone in the wall comp. And then next was Tiffany. And I remember seeing everyone freaking out, like, oh my god, Alyssa's still in this thing, Alyssa's gonna win. But then she was up there, and, like, she was starting to feel it a bit. And she said to Derek X, like, if you don't put me up, I'll drop. And he agreed to it, and she dropped. And it was a huge sigh of relief, because it was like either Derek X or Xavier was like, okay, we can work with this. But I was still rooting for Derek X, obviously. And even he was like, come on, man. Don't be greedy. You already had an HOH, and Xavier dropped, and Derek X became HOH, and Hannah just ran up to him and tackled him and hugged him, and it was just like the most pure moment. And I loved it. It made me so happy, that moment. Because, like, Hannah was just a target, and now, like, her closest ally is head of household, so of course she's safe. And of course she was happy for that to happen. Now, when it in the aftermath, um, the Kings were trying to put on a brave face, but you could tell they were scrambling a little bit. And Christian did say he felt safe after Derek X won, but like he also promised safety to Xavier before he dropped. So I'm just thinking, like, Christian, you shouldn't feel too safe. He did not promise you safety. Just tread lightly, or you're gonna blindside yourself.
Evening, Arthur.
There she is.
Christian's look was priceless after Derek X's win. Yeah,
She miles away.
I'm fine.
nah, I get it.
Anyway,
I think he was trying to
I'm not
convince
business
himself that he's in good shape.
I'm not much company. Take care.
No, Molly, you're really not. What are these other things on the map? These other activities. Hunting with Pearson. Okay. I might look into that. So yeah, it just kind of felt like Christian was trying to convince himself, like, okay, Derek X is not going to put me up. We're aligned together. We're good. He won't do it. He won't do it, right? Nah, he wouldn't. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it, right? Nah, why would he? That's what it felt like. Just trying to convince himself. So, Kylan starts talking to Derek X. And Kylan says that it should be 2 Jokers as pawns to backdoor Christian. And then, like, everyone on BB Twitter was like, backdoor Christian, but it was still, like, that question of will he do it? Especially considering that Christian is a bit of a shield for Derek X. But it did seem like the House was on board with getting Christian out. Like, Kylan was the first one to say it, but he's saying it should be 2 Jokers that go up as pawns, because he didn't want Sarah Beth to go up. It was obvious that he was trying to protect her. And, like, I get it, you know, he's looking out for his friend. It's admirable. But you know, it's just like, he does have a reason to put her up, because Hannah's name was in her mouth a lot last week. And Derek X found out about it, and it really hurt his feelings. I wasn't done donating. So Tiffany, I have been impressed by her, the number of alliances she has made, because I'm just like, is she going to be able to keep track of all of these? Well, she finally slipped up. Because she revealed, accidentally, the royal flush to Hannah. And I'm looking at my phone, I realize I accidentally wrote cookout instead of royal flush, but she found out about the cookout by accident too. Although she was kind of working with them already. She was working with them. She just didn't know the name. So Tiffany lets that slip, and then Tiffany's like, when Hannah confronts her on it, Tiffany's like, "Who told you about it?" And Hannah's like, "You did." So yeah, that was a pretty funny moment. And it's just like, I've been worried this would be the thing that would hurt Tiffany's game. But I don't think this is going to hurt her too much, because I don't think Hannah's, like, turning on her now. But it was a slip-up, for sure. And, yeah, she went to Derek X about it to find out, like, who's in this? Who is it? I would like to know. And then, he basically told her who was in it. Yes, Tiffany is playing a great game so far. Like, she's playing such a good game that even her slipping up with that, like, I don't really think it's gonna hurt her game anytime soon. Like, I think she is still very well positioned. So, Derek X, he starts saying, like, he's leaning towards nominating 2 Jokers to backdoor Christian. And his reasoning for not wanting to put up Sarah Beth is that if she gets house guest choice, then she will pick Christian. And, of course, his whole plan hinges on Christian not competing in the veto competition. Which could still happen, and,
Good morning.
Sometimes things have a funny way of happening like that.
Sure is nice seeing the kid back around.
I don't know if I could have gone on much longer.
All in the past now. Okay, I'll catch you later then.
Sure.
Man, this house is creaky. It creaks a lot.
Hi there.
It's nice of John to acknowledge his wife. Well, although I don't think... Yeah, they were married at this point. Anyway. So yeah, that was why Derek X was thinking, like, I don't know if I should put Sarah Beth up. Because if she got house guest choice, she'd pick Christian. Claire, on the other hand, when she starts talking to Derek X, she starts pushing for Sarah Beth to be nominated because she feels that Sarah Beth is starting to pull Kyland away from the two of them. Derek X and Kyland have been buddies since basically day one. And Kyland is on Claire's team. Oh, what's this? Who leaves a letter outdoors? What if it rains? Oh, it's from Micah. Oh, it's to Micah. So yeah, Claire starts pushing for, what game am I playing? It's Red Dead Redemption 2. Claire starts pushing for Sarah Beth for that reason. And, like, I get it. Like, this... I don't think there's really a right or wrong answer as far as who should be nominated. Okay, I think there's a few wrong answers, but I don't think there's one right answer.
Still working, Mr.
As far as
Strauss.
who should be nominated ahead of this backdoor plan for Christian. I haven't played that game yet. Oh, it's really good. And like you can actually play it before Red Dead Redemption because it takes place earlier.
So far, we have not raised many cattle.
In fact, I would actually play Red Dead Redemption 2
Mr.
first.
Morgan, will you help me finalize our business here?
This is filthy work.
We'll need money in Australia. But for cattle to feed, I mean. Why flinch now? You never have.
And also, when Claire was talking, it looks like fun. It is.
Some fishermen
It's so
by the
immersive.
name of Davison, L.J. Davison,
When Claire was
living in a
talking to
place
Derek
called
X,
Catfish Jackson near Scarlet Meadows.
Xavier
That's
came
it.
up,
We're a union built on that, you know.
Okay.
and they were talking about who Xavier talks game with. And Claire names a few people, and those people are... I mean, they just so happen to be all the people in the cookout. And it's like, you're right. He is. And it's not that I'm not rooting for the cookout to succeed, but it's like, I also like Derek X and Claire. I like them more than I like Ozza and Derek F. Like, Derek X and Claire are playing better games, and they deserve it more. I'm sorry. The rest of the cookout can make it that far. I'm good with it. Oh, I think I need to do something for camp real quick. You feel the same about Derek X and Claire? Yeah. You know what, Mike? I don't want to talk to you, actually.
Good morning, Arthur. There he is. Any leads?
I'm working on something.
Good. Well, let me know.
Sounds good.
So, Derek X talks to Kyland, and, like, he does kind of prove... Oh, this isn't the room I wanted to go into. He does kind of prove Claire right, that Kyland is starting to get a little distant. And, like, Derek X is definitely uneasy after talking to him. And, like, Kyland does put forth, like, the possibility, like, if I'm a pawn, then okay. But, like, Derek X is just like, nah, I'm not going to do that. But he definitely feels a little weird about Kyland now. And I'm like, no, I like the friendship you guys have. I want you to be, I want you to be good with each other. You know?
Mr. Smith!
Hey.
So are you doing the right thing by that boy now?
I'm looking out for him, same as we all are.
He even looks like you, John.
I don't know where this conversation's coming from, because it doesn't seem like anybody's upstairs. Yeah, there isn't. Anyway. So, yeah, Kylan, he's just continuously pushing, like, save Sarah Beth, don't put her up. Not even as a pawn. But, yeah, it's... like, how hard he's pushing, it is, like, a little eyebrow-raising. And, like, the answers he was giving to some of the questions Derek X was asking him, they were a little awkward. Like, they didn't put him at ease too much. And, like, why should they? They weren't very good answers. You know what, I want to go to this guy and see if he gets himself killed. So yeah. Derek X and Kylan's relationship is seeming a little strained, but I don't think it's, like, gonna end. I don't think it's at the point where Derek X is even remotely considering getting rid of Kylan anytime soon. Now, Derek X talked to just about everybody today, and I took notes of most of it. I took notes of... I got as much as I could. And Derek X was talking to Alyssa, and he asked her who would she put up if she had won HOH. And she slipped up, and she said Hannah.
Hey, mister, can you help me? Please help me. My damn horse died on me and my legs hurt and I need to get home.
You're happy to.
Of course.
Get on.
Oh, you kind, mister.
Happy to help.
If you be so kind to take me to LeGrand, that's where I'm from. That's where my people is from.
Sure, that's fine.
That's awesome you take notes watching live feeds. I don't really watch live feeds. I keep meaning to, but I haven't gotten around to it. But I follow the updates as much as I can. I get as much as I can. But yeah, Alyssa, she slipped up and said she would have nominated Hannah. And she, like, played it off. She's like, I didn't mean to say that. And Derek X just kind of laughed it off, but I have a feeling we're going to get a diary room where he's like, excuse me? And he's just going to not be okay.
There's no word of lie.
Easy. Sure it's the horse that's the problem? Maybe you should be worrying about the gators. Where was it? LeGras?
Well, that's how life is. Bet you travel a lot. You a fool. Can't find yourself no home to live and grow and die in if you always moving. Can't build no roots down. Can't grow nothing up. Always moving is no good.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
How about that?
So, yeah, she just kind of plays it off like I didn't mean to say it. I feel like Derek X is going to get a diary room about it. I'll be surprised if it's not on the show. And then Alyssa says, like, I do Ozza and Brittany. And, you know, I was like, I don't know if Alyssa just talked her way onto the block, but it wouldn't surprise me. And I'm like, I don't really want that because it wouldn't be the best scenario considering they're trying to backdoor Christian. If he wins it, then he'll pull her off. And that would be a huge problem.
Hope I never have to be on that horse to get dang animals.
Hey, Clementine is very nice. And a very good horse. You know what? This one's blinking. It's telling me I should probably go to it. So, yeah, I'm gonna backtrack now, actually. Oh, I don't want to run over the dog. I would hate myself. Anyway. DX could have put both Alyssa and Christian on the block. Well, it was becoming apparent that he wants to backdoor Christian. Which probably is the better move, because Christian has not lost a veto yet. He was not in the first two. But he was in the next two, and he won both of them. And, like, okay, Derek X, he's been noticeably throwing a few competitions, but, like, the last veto, he was actually trying to win, and he lost to Christian. Derek X knows he's a pretty good player, and he knows that Christian is beating him. So, yeah, that is the plan. And that is the better move, I think. That makes sense, yeah.
Out of the damn way.
Do I want to do... Nah, I don't want to do that one. That question mark on the map, I'm just going to ignore that for now. So he talks to Christian, and Christian does make the valid point that he is more of a shield for Derek X. A lot of people would definitely benefit from nominating Christian and trying to get him out. But it is actually not the best thing for Derek X's game. Or, like, it could be a bad thing. And so he tells Derek X, like, I'll be a shield for you. And I think that
my friend, Mr. Morgan.
That is something that I hope Derek X did consider, but, like,
Brother Dorkins told me about
I still feel at the end of the day Christian is, like, too much of a shield.
No offense.
None taken at all. Hey, stop!
These kids, they're the worst.
Don't hurt him, please!
I won't hurt him. Well, I won't kill him. I can't promise I won't beat him up.
You alright?
Oh, I'll
Kid did this?
Risky move on Dariax's HOH. Yeah, well, it's also risky to keep him, so it's... I'm sorry, it's just... It's a chase, I kind of have to be a little focused on the game.
Where's my watch, you little weasel?
I don't know nothing about no damn watch.
Last Saturday.
Hey, you! Get your hands off
Oh,
that.
no, I didn't mean to...
You stole my watch.
Right now. Before I smash your head in that wall.
I picked the wrong one.
Get it? Little shit ain't even worth it. Thanks, mister.
You got lucky this time, kid.
Oh. Good.
Hey, you want some company, mister?
No.
You sure?
Hey.
Oh.
This is Downs?
I forgot. It is this one.
Now!
Hey,
Help! Help!
hold on.
This man is bothering
Now-
me! Someone help me! Officer, help!
Oh boy. Okay, hold on, hold on. I gotta focus on the game for a second when stuff like this happens. Alright, I think we're just about in the clear. Oh, nope, I gotta keep moving. At least Darigax is trying to make a big game move and not play it safe. Yes. Yeah, like, going after the biggest physical threat in the house is most definitely a serious game move. And I love it.
Why are you doing this? Don't you have anything else to do?
Don't stand in the street. I can't go that way. I'll alert the law.
Why do you have a problem with me?
It makes the season more entertaining. Yeah, and like honestly, I've been very entertained this season because of how much game talk. Son of a... Wanted dead or alive? That seems excessive. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. This is a problem. Like I want to talk about the... I knew I shouldn't have done this one. I knew I shouldn't have done this one. Son of a... Oh god, you gotta be kidding me.
Honest folks shouldn't have to take this.
Why, God, would you let this happen? Oh, shit!
Yep.
Come on, go, 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 go. Oh, come on.
Come on.
This is so irritating. Like, I'm trying to focus on what I want to talk about. Okay, you know what? I want to talk for a minute. I'm pausing. Okay, so enjoy the pause screen. Okay, so anyway, we're trying to find out where I was in my notes. Okay. So Sarah Beth and Dariax talk. She tells Dariax that she only had her eyes on Hannah because Christian and Alyssa said that Hannah would nominate her. And I don't really think that's true, but I am here for Sarah Beth throwing Christian and Alyssa under the bus. Like, that is how you play dirty. Like, that is what I want to see. And now she says that she's thinking about Brittany as a nominee, or she would have thought about Brittany if she had won. And she's at the bottom against the Kings and the Queens. And she'd much rather have a trio with Derek X and Kyland. And Derek X, he was considering it. And Sarah Beth is right. Like, her reads are starting to get a little better. I was like, wanting Hannah out is one thing, but not being able to read the room and see that no one else wants her out, that was like, what are you doing? That was not a good read. But this one, realizing her status in those groups, yeah, she is at the bottom. Then he talks to Xavier, and Xavier says that he would just prefer to keep the Kings safe completely. But if it did have to be a king, he would want Sarah Beth to go before Christian because he also feels that Christian would be a bit of a shield. Xavier, you know, his only win so far is in a mental comp, like a quiz. But Xavier. Yeah, the X's are a little confusing this season. But yeah, Xavier looks like he could eventually do well in a physical competition. Like, if he's still around when I get to the slip and slide competition, which is typically around like 9 or 10 people, I think Xavier could do very well in that competition. So he does see, he does also see the value in keeping Christian around as a shield. And then Brittany, and this one made me laugh a little. She told Derek X that she would go for Alyssa, and I know exactly why. It's because she has a little bit of a crush on Christian herself. And I enjoyed hearing her say that because, like, I enjoy that kind of pettiness. Your stream is buffering? Oh, well, sorry. I don't know if that's on my end or not. But it'll be on YouTube. Worst case scenario. I hope it works out for you, though. So I enjoyed that part of what Brittany was saying. But here's where she lost me. She said repeatedly to Derek X, the Kings have been safe for as long as I was vulnerable. And she said that. I heard her say that at least 3 times. And I'm like, honey, you need to stop with the victim noises. I'm sorry. It's not a good look. And look, I get it. Like, I see it, and I see that it's like some spectrum mannerisms. I'm on the spectrum too. I get it. But it's like, you know, it's just further proof that I don't think Brittany is fully cut out for Big Brother. Sorry if that sounds a little harsh, but it's true. She isn't. Alright, I'm gonna get back to the game now, see if I can get out of this situation.
Help me!
Well, I'm out of the city, at least. So that's good. Alright, the water level's going down. See, like, the top right? How the red is fading away? Oh, I'm being chased. Oh! I didn't realize I was being pursued that hard. And of course, I'm nowhere near, like, dense shrubbery that I can hide behind. Like, if I was near a forest, I could just... Okay, I'm coming up on a forest at least. Alright, I just gotta keep moving. Just gotta keep moving. Just keep moving. Okay.
Yep.
We're almost there. It's almost gone. Come on. Come on. Go away. Go away. Thank you. Oh, but I still gotta get back without alerting the law. And I have to go all the way back. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta pay attention to the map very intently here. So Derek X talks with Ozza, and this is a part where I actually was like kind of impressed with some of the gameplay talks that Ozza was having. And it's like, I haven't really felt this way about her yet because she hasn't been playing a very good game.
Yeah.
So, she makes a safety deal with Derek X. And, let me see, I think it was 2 weeks. He promised 2 weeks, you don't see the block. 4 weeks, you don't go home. And she agreed to that. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I am here for this. I gotta be so careful right now. And look how far I have to go. I know it might take longer, but I think my best bet is to just not go on horseback. I'll get a little closer. Well, just before I lose my train of thought, I do want to say this. Like, with Derek X making that safety deal, he is now thinking, put up the other two jokers as pawns, still. And, like, he made this deal because, like, Ozza had said that she was looking at Alyssa. And now, with him making this deal, like, he's thinking that he can keep Ozza and Alyssa there to go for each other and keep him safe. And I'm like, okay, that's an interesting idea, but, like, if you do nominate both Derek F. and Brittany, and then ultimately you backdoor Christian, are you sure that they're not just both going to come for you? Like, it's... I see what he's going for, and it could work, but like it's just on my mind, like, are you sure it will work? Are you sure they won't just look at you? So, yeah. But I like the way Derek X's brain is working through all of this. He talked so much game today, and like, I loved it. I saw some people were like, oh, this is too much, but I'm like, no, it isn't. Because in the past, it's making up for lost time because of all the seasons where there was not much game talk. They just, like, they knew right away what they were going to do, and they never talked about it, and it was super boring. Brittany seems okay being a pawn for the third time. Yeah, it definitely seems like she took it a little better. Well, we will talk about that a little more. No, turn around. Turn around. What are you doing? Oh. Oh. What?
Now I've seen it. Live another day, I say.
Why can't you leave me alone?
Alright, I need to find a way around that cop. Gotta be an alley here that I can go down, right? I think I can go here. Alright. So, Derek X talks to Derek F, and he brings up the possibility of him being a pawn. And, you know, some people in the past have talked about, like, oh, if Derek F goes up, he's gonna flip out, he's gonna turn the whole house upside down.
Hello.
And, like, Derek F himself was even sort of hinting at that, like, I will not take it well. But he does, like, he seemed somewhat okay with it. Like, I think he did trust that there was a bigger plan at work. Oh my god, how do I get in there?
Every day, it's a new challenge, Father. When I was younger, those challenges used to frustrate me.
Oh, thank God. I made it.
Excuse me, Father. Sister, I got your cross.
You didn't.
Oh, I did.
Oh, I hope the boy...
But Derek F does warn Derek X about getting another guy out. Like, because that's Derek F's whole thing. He keeps wanting to target the women.
Greatly deceived, I'm afraid.
It's like, seriously?
Thank you. You see,
he says he distrusts Sarah Beth and Alyssa.
To me when I was a novice, shortly before she passed. You
and,
are the most wonderful man.
Excuse me, Father. Sister.
The Dereks make a deal. If X doesn't nominate F, then...
Brother Dorkins found him. I told you. Brother Dorkins was fantastic.
Alright, the cops are off my back now, that's good.
Hey, look out.
I guess helping out a nun wins over the authorities. So, yeah, Derek F, he's back on his we gotta target girls train, because... Oh yeah, but the deal that they made, sorry. Like, Derek X says, if I don't put you up, you gotta give me some Philly stuff. Well, he didn't say stuff, but... I'm not swearing, because what if my mom watches this one day? And that was the deal. And my thought is, like, Derek X would probably just break this deal, because, like, it's, like, who cares? Philly stuff? So what? You win $750,000, you can put some of it towards a trip to Philly, and you can buy some Philly stuff. So, I just thought that was kind of interesting, and I'm like, Derek X is just going to put him up and not care about this deal. But then Derek F does get one more word in about guys versus girls in the house. He's like, a guy can't sit next to a girl in the end because the girl will win. Now, I just finished watching BB-17. And... what do I want to do now? I think I will go back to... Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear my bounty. So yeah, anyway, I just finished BB-17, and in that season the jury was 6 women and 3 men. The final 2 was a man, Steve, versus a woman, Liz. And Steve won 6-3. So there really is no merit to this thing. Like, female jurors have voted for male finalists, and male jurors have voted for female finalists. There's literally no reason to be paranoid about this kind of thing. All you have to do is make good relationships with them, and they'll vote for you at the end.
I'll be with you in just a moment. Glad to see you on the up and up. Yes?
Thank you for your help.
Alright, so that's dealt with. Oh! No! I didn't... No, I didn't do that! I did not do that! I pressed the button to get on my horse, and I just put the guy in a chokehold. Oh my god, this is ridiculous now. Oh god. I didn't even really see the guy there. Oh god. You know what? Here's what I'm doing. I am keeping it paused, and I am talking Big Brother now, because I keep getting distracted by stupid things in this game, and I hate having to do this, but I don't have a choice, because my laptop, I just found out, is not going to be ready for a month, at least. And I can't stream off my phone, like, with that setup, like this. I'm going to try a different one, but, like, what I had earlier, I can't do, and it's just like... Oh my god, I can't take this anymore. But this is not working for Big Brother Talks. Playing a video game while talking about it and looking at my phone, like I can't focus on both at the same time. And it's starting to make me realize I might have ADD. And that's not a realization that I'm too happy about. So yeah. Anyway. Why such a long wait for my laptop? I don't know. I think my laptop is dead, honestly. I don't know if there's anything they can do about it. Okay, sorry about that little rant there. It's just... it's all kind of hitting me right now. So, Darius and Hannah talk, and, like... I'll say it. This talk had a few more awkward moments than I would have liked to see. And it almost feels a little bit like the honeymoon is over. Like, not to the extent that, like, Derek X wants to nominate her, but, like, it's been kind of implied that he doesn't have as much of a crush on her as she has on him. But yeah, there were some rather tense moments in that, and I'm like, why? What is it? No. Like, I don't want to see this at not even 24 hours after the most heartwarming moment of the season. When she just dives into the slime to hug him after he wins. But they do talk a little bit again. And Hannah is saying Sarah Beth should be nominated. And that if... in the event Christian does win the veto and doesn't use it, then Sarah Beth should be the one to go. And that is a fair point. That is something to consider. Kyland, he had one last push for Sarah Beth to not be nominated. And it was getting to the point like, Kyland, you gotta let this go. You need to, like, it's I don't know if it looks too bad for you right now, because I don't think anyone's really turning on you, but it has potential for it to backfire on you. And also, Kyland did kind of go down the whole, like, we have to take out girls before they're sitting at the end with us and they all vote for each other. And it's like, dude, if you are... If Kylan makes it to Final 2, and he makes it with a member of the Cookout, then, like, he could very well win over certain cookout members. Plus, he will have Derek X voting for him, most likely. So it's like, dude, you really don't have to worry about this too much. So yeah, I love Kyland, and I'm not ready to write him off completely, but that was kind of a dumb thing he said. I did not care for that too much. And I'm just wondering, like, if Sarah Beth does go, will he return to the Kyland that we all liked at first? But yeah, I don't see Kyland becoming, like, the villain of the season anytime soon. I think he's just a little dopey right now. But yes, the nominees happen, and it's Sarah Beth and Brittany. And Christian and Alyssa, they don't take it well, because they can't believe that one member of the Kings has been nominated. Is Sarah Beth only allied with Kyland? Well, she's close with him, but she's also close with the Kings, her team. But what I was saying was, like, Christian is like... Christian and Alyssa are mad that one of the Kings was put up. And I get it, like, they're in the royal flush with Derek X, but, you know... He seemed to be pushing more, like, the King's agenda than the royal flush agenda. And it was starting to seem like Christian was the person who was most interested in preserving the teams. Now the teams are over. And he seems like the most willing person to do that in a house that still has Ozza, Derek F, and Brittany. And I'm like, dude, seriously? And I think I know why he was like this. He was freaking out. Because we pick on Christian for being a little ditzy at times, but he has already expressed some suspicions that he is the backdoor target. And he says that Derek X made a huge mistake by putting up someone from the Royal Flush Alliance. Because that's what he's mad. He has to be mad that it's someone in Royal Flush, not someone in the Kings. But, like, he's starting to see, like, yeah, maybe this is a plan to get me out. Alright, so I'm gonna go right back to the... I'm gonna go right back and pay my bounty again after the stupidness that just happened. So, Derek X talks to Brittany, and, you know, she's a little emotional about it, but she seems to take it relatively well. Like, at least better than the last two times. Because I will say this, Derek X was definitely a little more upfront with her than Kylan and Xavier were about her being a pawn. So, maybe that is, like, the deciding factor for it. Did I go past the post office? No, I haven't gotten to it yet. So, yeah, talks to Brittany, and she's okay. She's not great, but she's okay.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Now, Sarah Beth talks to her, and this was an interesting conversation. Because, like, she was a little confused. And, like, Derek X kind of let it be known that... Oh my god, the post office is all the way back there. I'm an idiot. He let it be known that, like, there's another target in mind, and, like, she's like, you're gonna put up a different Joker? And he's like, I didn't say Joker. And she realizes, oh, it's another king. And then, like, at first, I'm like, Derek X, why are you telling her this? But, she realizes that she cannot tell her teammates about this because, like, if they were to get the veto and they knew that Christian or that another king was the target, they would just, like, they'd probably cut her loose. So, like, Derek X is a recruit, and he saw that, and I didn't even think about it, and, like, it worked in his favor to tell her that. So, I was actually really impressed that he told her. Like, he made me understand why he told her. I like that. Derek X just has a very powerful mind, and I love it. He may not have been a Big Brother fan originally. He may have been a recruit, but he knows this game. He absolutely does. And I'm proud of him for it. It's why I love him, really. I have never enjoyed a recruit this much. But yeah, Derek X, like, yeah, he's just like, it has to be Christian. And then Derek X does talk to Christian, and you know, he starts putting in the work to try to put Christian at ease, like they're pawns, you know, and he's trying to, like, set himself up so that in the event of the worst case scenario that Christian wins the veto, he is trying to make it so that
Listen to me, friends. This book, this precious tome, this passport to earthly paradise, I have written it for you, so that you can be like me, a rich, happy, successful man who is now dedicating his life to helping those with the wisdom to help themselves. Yes, I'm a philanthropist. An American philanthropist. I only help those who help themselves. Help themselves how, I hear you ask? Help themselves by reading this book. Read this book and save yourself. You'll live free from worry about money.
yeah, okay, I'm already done with this guy. He's annoying me.
Children will grow up wealthy and supercilious,
Anyway,
not stray urchins and thieves. Think about it. Think about, you want freedom, you want happiness, you need money. It's all right here.
So he starts putting it in Christian's head that, like, if he does win the veto, yes, use it. Use it. There's... I think he was, like, hinting towards it being the Joker's, if I'm remembering correctly. I do take notes, but I don't, like... I take, like... Like, I don't, like, write whole paragraphs of what happened. I take... They're just that. They're notes. Things to help me remember, and yet I still don't remember the full picture, so maybe it's not a good system. But, like... Okay, yeah, he did try to convince him. I just reread my notes because I was only half looking at them because I'm playing the game. But, he's telling him that a Joker would be the replacement if he does win the veto. And saves... I guess he would save Sarah Beth. I don't see why he would use it on Brittany. But, he's making him think that, so that in the event he does win the veto, he will use it. And then Derek X will backdoor Alyssa. And once I realized that that was Derek X's alternate plan, I was like, I think I would rather see that happen. Because that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing if that happened. I would die laughing if Christian uses the veto and unknowingly dooms his girlfriend. So, if Christian does win the veto tomorrow, or sorry, later today, because, well, okay, I guess tomorrow for them, because it's Saturday for me. It's 1:03 a.m. here, but it's still Friday on the West Coast where they are. But if Christian does win the veto, and he is convinced to use it, then and Derek X does still decide to put Alyssa up, that would be amazing. So like there would be an upside to Christian winning the veto. And if that happens, it is going to be legendary. Like Derek X will be a Big Brother legend for doing that. Okay, so that will do it for this stream. Thank you, Estuary, for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's been nice talking to you. Will Christian be dumb enough to use the veto? If they can persuade him that it's a Joker going up, I think it's a possibility. Like if Derek X reaffirms that he did promise Alyssa safety when he was on the wall. If he's willing to go back on it though, that would be pretty legendary. But yes, that will do it for me talking about Big Brother. From here on out, I'm just going to focus on Red Dead Redemption 2.